Hey YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is LaDonna. I'm a homeschooling mom of two, and on my channel I just like to share what we're learning, how we're growing, and what God is doing in our lives. Okay, so today's video is going to be all about my reader picks for my 5th grader. Now, when I shared her curriculum picks for the upcoming 2022-2023 school year, I shared with you that I had not picked any readers for her history curriculum. Now, for those of you who haven't seen that video, for my rising 5th grader, my baby, we have decided to study American history, and we are going to be using the Heritage Studies for grade 5 by BJU Press. Now, this is the actual text book. I didn't pull out everything else that comes with it, but I just kind of wanted to give you a little visual as to what it looks like. This is American history. It does cover early American history, and it goes all the way to modern times. If you watched that video, you heard me say I really didn't want to spend more than 1 year on American history, so we decided to go with this. If you've been around here, you know that I like to add in historical fiction readers with our history curriculum. Now, for my son, that's not really a challenge. He enjoys reading, but for my girl, it kind of is a challenge. So I believe what I have here is going to be a good fit for her. I only have 7 books. Typically, there are a lot more, but for her, I didn't want to overwhelm her. And I also wanted to pick things that I knew that she was going to be interested in. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. I do have these in order based on the time frame she will be studying American history, and that's how I'm going to share them with you. So the very first book I have right here is A Lion to Guard Us. So basically, this is about a family whose father, he left for Jamestown, and he left the children back in England, and after much time, the older sister decided to take her siblings and to travel to America in search for her father. So as you can see, this book isn't really thick. My son did read this, and I think that this is going to be a great book for her to start with. The next book I have right here is Sing Down the Moon. This book is about a Native American girl and her friend who are captured by men who are slavers, and their intention is to sell these 2 girls into slavery. So this book is about her experience and her escape and just her journey home. So this book is not very thick either. The words are not that big, so I do think that this will be a good transition from that shorter book to this book. Okay, from here I have By the Great Horn Spoon. So this is a gold rush adventure. This is a story about a boy and his butler, and they are headed from Boston because they want to strike rich in the gold rush. There are a lot of great reviews on this book. I think she's really going to enjoy this. It sounds very adventurous and very funny. From there, we're going to go into Turn Homeward, Hannah Lee. So this is a story. It takes place at the end of the Civil War. So it says 2,000 Georgia textile workers are shipped north by the Union Army to work in Yankee mills. 12-year-old Hannah Lee is one of those mill hands, and this is her story of fulfilling a promise to make her way home to her family she was forced to leave behind. It says this powerful novel based on historical events reveals a little-known side of our most significant American conflict. So I think this is going to be really good for her. She's 10 years old, so I'm hoping, since there isn't too much of an age difference between her and Hannah Lee, it'll make an impact. Okay, from there we go to The Great Wheel. And basically, this is a biography of the very first Ferris wheel. I don't know a whole lot about it, but it is a book that my son read, and we're just going to see how it goes. I also have In the Year of the Boar and Jackie Robertson. So basically, this is about a little girl. She comes from China with her family, and she settles into America. It's a hard time making friends, but when summer comes around, baseball comes around, and she keeps up with the story of Jackie Robertson, and it's through his amazing journey that she is inspired about living in America and being in the land of opportunity. So I'm looking forward to reading this book with Annabeth. And then the last but not least book is the Wright Brothers, Pioneers of American Aviation. And this is a landmark book. I think this is going to be a great way for us to finish up her reading picks. All right, friends, these are the readers that I have picked for my soon-to-be 5th grader. I hope this was helpful. I hope this inspired you. Please let me know below in the comments what your 5th grader will be reading, and please let me know if you've read any of these books. I'll see you next time. Bye.